I'm sure you tried buying the same equipment as your favorite artist. Oh, I've been there. Well, you would see your favorite artist with their equipments and you would see in their comments what software do you use, what tablet do you use, and most of the time, the artist would reply back. But you shouldn't be obsessed with the equipments of your favorite artist, but focus on your own progress. Because every artist starts off with a pen and paper, making us all the same. And it shouldn't be the tool using you, but how you use the tool. I don't know, it kinda makes sense to me. My setup right now is kinda similar to a well-known artist, Sam does art, which I assume you know. I copied his style of drawing habits, having my tablet positioned almost 90 degrees. Took a lot of time to get used to, and it has its benefits. It straightened up my back and not being a shrimp. But that's just their habit of drawing. Copying the same equipment makes no difference on your art progress. Let's say you're a beginner artist and you got inspired by Sam does art and you check his equipments, but you can't afford it. So you just buy an affordable one. That's where you went wrong to be a better artist. You should be more focused on your art journey than the equipments themselves. How I started out was just pen and paper like everybody else. Then I slowly transitioned to digital mediums. I used my mom's old tablet, Android tablet, to draw. If you know the pen and tinfoil craft to make a makeshift stylus, that's where it all started. For me at least. And that time, there wasn't any free drawing apps as well. You have to pay for them, so I just used notes. Then I got my first drawing tablet, the Huion 4x2.23, and that's the cheapest tablet I can afford. And it's quite small as well, and I've been drawing on that for hours and hours, until I found my own limitation, which is the space wasn't enough for me to draw on. Then until I'm able to afford my second drawing tablet, the VEC A15, which I did a review on it, I slowly got used to the large space of drawing, and my art slowly improved and learned tips from other artists, well, mostly Sam. I used my entire arm to draw instead of using my wrist, which I used to do when I had that Huion tablet. That time, I was using Krita, and if you don't know what Krita is, it's a free drawing software similar to Photoshop. And a lot of artists made a lot of amazing art using the software. And as for me, I got overwhelmed and used a simpler drawing software, Painttool, which is a great drawing software, mostly used for mangas or animes. People still make impressive art there like realism. Then, I transitioned to Medibang, and that's where my art started to progress or improve more. The software is simplified like Painttool, and I love the simplicity of the software. And this is some of my artworks, and yes, it's in Sam does art style-ish. And I found another limitation on it. This time, it's not on the hardware, but on the software, which is Liquify. And if you don't know what Liquify is, well, you can move objects around like push and pull without moving or, well, without selecting the object and moving it around, then having to redraw that empty spot. So I moved to Photoshop, which I got overwhelmed, and it can be seen here in my first drawing, and it took me some time to get used to. Then I got my last gift from my grandma, a Huion 22-inch, and that's where I mostly draw my art now, and how I also copy Sam does art's setup. So I did a upgrade over the years. Well, it's my limitation on making art, and yes, I can adjust to the equipments before, but I feel like the equipments are holding me back. And now, I'm fine with the equipments I have now, and I'm just focusing on improving my art more. I kept drawing on equipments I owned before, till I found my own limitation on them, and now, what's left is improving my art. You shouldn't focus or copy your favorite artist's equipment, but copy their art instead to help you grow. And that will be for another video.